I got a little video on that. He's really a stone with his face. I'm gonna bring you, yeah, and then I come up with a couple of videos. I'm gonna bring you.
Goodbye.
So, what is it the sardonic nihilist Buddhists say to the open mic host? Naomi, I rot as Satori, I moan. What do you get if you spell that backwards? Naomi, I rot as Satori, I moan. There's a palindrome. Other than a little roughness, how does my voice sound on this microphone this evening? My words are clearly audible. That's what I need to know. Good, glad to hear of it. For those of you who do not know, my name is MCCABPK488MH. My name is Patrick McCabe, and this is what I do. Earth. Fire. Air. Water. Truth. Aum Lara Shanti Shalom Lalom Aum Lara Shanti Shalom Lolum. Aum. Lara. Shanti. Shalom. Lolum. Aum. Lara. Shanti. Shalom. Lolum. Truth, love, peace. Peace, love, truth are truths. Untitled moment. 4 men in dark clothes. 2 on phone, 1 not. Bus rattles. Patrick McCabe, 1:24 a.m., Tuesday, April 25th, 2018, Anno Domini, number 44, Metro, Seattle. Thank you very much for that kind sound. It hit softly in my ears. A little applause. That's why I do this. I'll admit that is a rather scarce, what was that, 13 syllables. Should make up for the fact that the last 2 times I've been up here under these lights, I performed a poem of 30 lines. Now for me, a poem of 30 lines is truly an epic work of the scope of the Vedas of the Bible. There's like an awful lot of lines for me to put out. And I admire during these last couple of weeks that you actually sat through it. Because there was a time a few years back when essentially the Blue Moon open mic audience, particularly for a performing poet who does not necessarily hold a guitar in his hands, that audience would have the collective attention span of a socially delayed gnat. And I thought, it's really cool, people, that we've finally gotten past gnat consciousness. I think that's actually a very good thing. Besides, there is a poetic function, because it mentions 4 men in dark clothes, and only 3 of them are accounted for, 2 on the phone and 1 not. The 4th man is me, the actual observer poet who scribbled down. When I get up in the morning, I look through my address book and I look in the margins to see if I've written anything. And sometimes I'm surprised by what happened on the night before. So that's where that one sits. Now, as to the question of why is it week after week after week after week after week, God, this is getting to be like hockey, week after week after week. I keep chanting truth, love, and peace in Sanskrit, Hebrew, and American Sign Language all those weeks through, for years on end. Well, I figure I could be screaming at you, lies, hate, war. You will believe me, I am your Savior. I will separate those evil families and build a wall. It will be a beautiful wall. Lies, hate, and war. But we have our world fascist buffoons to do that for us. So that's all mantras. All mantras pretty much come down to the same thing. Something like, peace, love, God be with you. If you have that in Irish, go retor magat. Go retor magat in the Irish Gaelic. God be with you in your travels. Or in the Sanskrit, Se omne patrium, which is one I really love the sound of. Se omne patrium. Peace, God be with you. In the Latin, Pax Domine Veritas. Or in the Spanish, Via con Dios. They all come to the same thing, and I realized the conclusion after doing this on a weekly basis for years on end, giving myself scarce break. I figure when it's really time to get down to it, we must destroy all mantras! Destroy all mantras! As they used to say in Japan a long time ago, and it's an in-joke if you talk to me after the show. For my second and favorably last poem of the evening, I keep getting this argument that I will say, yes, I am a realist poet, and it's got nothing to do with the academic argument of poetry. Academic poetry is crap, because it makes no sense, and it's a bunch of broken phrases that leave you thinking that you might have thought something, but there's really nothing actually being said. So I figure, in my case, I really have no choice about the poem. Because for me, I am called by my muse Calliope. Calliope is the muse of lyric poetry. She is not just a steam-driven railroad chime keyboard instrument used in circus music, nor is she just the ruben-throated Siberian hummingbird. Calliope is the muse of lyric poetry. As such, she is a beautiful lover because she brings such gifts. However, she's a demanding bitch because she insists upon such gifts. So take upon Calliope with a full heart or none at all. As to the matters of artifice, art being artificial, poets cannot be real, boo sheet to that. Boo sheet because poetry comes from poem. The maid sing, the maker, going back to a Sanskrit root, which means he heaps up. Notice that as he heaps up, not he heaves up. There is sometimes a difference. So, to the critics, I would have to say, first of all, you're wrong, and I know that. But secondly, as the Irish do say, pogmahone, or in American Sign Language, kiss my ass. Or without vocalization, that's really where it's at. The reason I perform this poem is because it's always a good season to miss your baby. For me, Patty, empty pages. My pen run out of ink. My pages are all empty. I have fresh lines to write again, for I am losing pages I wrote for you. For I am losing pages I wrote for you. I have fresh lines to write again. My pages are all empty. My pen run out of ink. Pages empty. I miss you so. Truth, love, and peace. Peace, love, and truth. Spoken here. So, I'm really glad to hear that sweet smattering of applause yet again. I'm glad to see people here this evening. Remember, you have good reason to stick around because your name is going to be coming up on the list and you get to be up here under these lights. Okay, that's a good reason to stick around. Now, consider where you are and what's happening. First of all, this marks 25 years of John Baker serving booze at the Blue Moon Tavern, and that's worth noticing, all right? Now, with that, look around you, consider your circumstances, who you are, and what's actually going on. You are one of the few people smart enough to be performing at an open mic in a truly historical 84-year-old tavern. So look around you and do what comes naturally. Drink heavily and tip your bartender well. As far as myself and the personal chutzpah it takes to bless a house of drunks on a weekly basis for years on end, I've always preferred a free bottle in front of me to a prefrontal lobotomy, and I'm very amenable to stepping out for a smoke break. Now, at some point during the course of this evening, I will eventually need to go home and consult with my wife. So I would say until next time, from my heart to all of yours, I need to see a man on a horse. Love you.